You are highly welcome. This channel is knowledge based. That's what I always say, because the knowledge you know is what will liberate you tomorrow. It doesn't matter. The knowledge of truth you know is what will liberate you tomorrow. Someone by the side might not understand it, but as time goes on, it will reveal itself. Okay, let's watch the video of Pastor Adeboye confession on his belief on tithing. Let's watch the video, then we'll discuss about it. And whatever is your thought, you are free to share it. Let's learn together. Watch the video. Let's talk about it.
I'm going to be apologizing for making a mistake, for saying that if you don't pay tithe, you might not make it to heaven. I'm sorry, that's wrong. That's not in the Bible. What the Bible says is, he at peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see God. Now, let me tell you, listen to me. You know, it is possible to be right and wrong at the same time. I prove it to you. I mean, I'm a scientist, so I know that. For years, we taught that light travels in straight lines. Now, is that correct? At least those of you who know a little bit of physics will say, sure, but light doesn't bend at corners, it goes straight. But later on we discover it's not just not straight as a rod. Light travels in waves, going in one direction, but in waves. It is wrong to limit you to 10%. At a time when some of you should be 20%, 30%, 40%. 10% should be for beginners. Giving should be violently.
We have seen what he said on the video. Okay, first thing to note here is many bloggers have misquoted what he meant on that video. Each time there is a video or when someone says something, we are very eager to misquote what the person is saying. First thing to note, he did not say paying tithe is not good. He did not say don't pay tithe. That is not what he is trying to say on that video. You blogger or whosoever that is talking about it, what is your intent on the news? Are you bringing the news to bring out the truth, or are you bringing the news to bring down a man of God? Your reason for commenting on a post like this or a video like this that a man of God made is one of the important things to note. Are we doing it to bring down someone? Are we doing it to bring followers? These are the things. Alright, I don't want to dive into that. The issue I want to point out here is Pastor Adeboye has been someone that whenever he's not someone that feels difficult to apologize when he finds something wrong. No. When he thinks he did something wrong, he's not this kind of father that will take time to apologize. He will address it immediately. Okay? And this is something that we all know, that apologies are not easy. To apologize is not easy. As a man, as a woman, to apologize, let's take for instance as a man. As a man, to apologize to your wife is not easy. To apologize to children is not easy. We think that apologies bring down your own ego. But that's not the case. That's not the case on the pastor. Pastor Adeboye will always address things whenever he thinks that he have done wrong. Whenever he thinks he have communicated the truth to us. He will always do that. And this is something that we don't see on most of our young pastors. Most of our young pastors, when they make mistake, even when someone calls to correct them, they will not agree. They will argue it. But this is a man of God that doesn't take time to address the truth. So I applaud him for that. Only few people can do this. So one thing to know about truth is this. Truth is progressive. Okay? Truth is progressive. What seems to be true today, tomorrow might not be so. It might not totally change to be a lie. There might be some changes, some correction to bring that pure word to the people. So this is something to note here. He is someone that doesn't take time to address the truth. Wherever he thinks that he has done wrong, he will address it immediately. Okay? And another thing to know, another thing I want to point out here is this. Please know God by yourself. Anyone can make mistake. Whosoever is it, your papa, your whosoever, can make mistakes. Because we communicate according to the knowledge we have. So anyone can have misknowledge. Anyone can get it wrong. And it only depends on time for everything to come to light. So please know the God you are serving. Know your God. Because anyone can make a mistake. And if you move on that mistake, things can go wrong in your own life. Alright, what he was saying, he did not say don't pay tithes. No, he did not say don't pay your tithe. He did not say if you don't pay tithe. What he was saying rather is his communication to the people that if you don't pay tithe, you will not go to heaven. That is not true. It's not biblical. It's not biblical. That what the Bible says is make peace with all men, with holiness. Pursue peace with all men. That is what he's trying to say there. So don't misquote him that he said paying tithe is not good. No, that's not what he's saying. Rather, he said he cannot limit you on 10% only. He is saying that the main content of that video, if you watch it to an end, is saying that it's very wrong to limit the followers or to limit the members on paying only 10%. He said you can pay higher. You can pay 20%. You can pay higher than that. Okay? So that is what I want to point out here. He made mention, he said you should give violently. Okay? I don't want to go there if it's right or wrong. I don't want to go there because whether it's right or wrong is not where I'm going. But few things I want us to note on his life and on this very confession. One, I have known him for humility. This is one thing I have known him for. I'm not a die fan of him, but I know him for few things. He is a man of humility. He is not afraid to think where he is, the level he is, the pedestrian he is. He will bring himself down to communicate the truth that he knows. Okay? And humility is not something you see in everyone. Only few people have it. Especially when you have grown very high. This is one of the oldest pastors in Nigeria. Come on. But bringing himself down to communicate the truth with humility is something to applaud him for. I mean, nobody knows it all. And we are prone to make mistakes according to the knowledge we have. Okay? All the great pastors we have, especially those that are from Africa, many of them have done great things. Someone like Pastor Adeboye, he have done great things. Someone like Pastor Adeboye, Bishop Oyedepo, they have done great things. And all other great men of God in the country and in the continent. But let's also note that no one knows it all. As much as they have done so much in Christendom to bring Christianity to a better understanding to us, there are still places where they have done it wrong. But it will be unfair of us that are the followers to look down on the 10, 20, 50 good things that they have done, then focusing on the few things that we think they have not done right. It's not fair if we can do that. Because many of us are still struggling to get to the heights they have gotten. I think many of us cannot even get there. Because when you look at them, you see humility. When you look at them, you see understanding. When you look at them, you see hard work and discipline, which we, the young preachers, the young people, we don't have it. We don't have it. So it is wrong and it's unfair for us to leave all the good things that they did, all these affairs of faith. It is very wrong to any pastor or any minister or whosoever you are to look down or silence yourself on the good things that they have done and focusing on the few bad things that they have done, or focusing on the few things that we think they have not done it right. Before we criticize them, let's get to their level first. All right, going back again to the lesson I want us to learn from Pastor Adeboye's confession. One is humility. Two is open to correction. I see him as someone that is very open to correction. Whenever he thinks that he have not done it right, he doesn't take time to come back and correct the people. Why? Because he don't want to lead us astray. He don't want to do that. That is why he will apologize. There are many videos that you can see where he apologized. Okay? There's another video that he made mention. He said that he told people that if you tamper with his wife, or if you tamper with his wife, he's not going to take it light with you. He also came back and apologized and said, this is not what the Bible says. So, this is a man that is very quick he's open to correction. Whenever he thinks that he have not done it right, he will come back to correct. He's open to correction. He's open to be corrected. This is number one, two things. The third thing I observe in the life of this young man, and is that he's open to change. He's very, very open to change. So change is something that is inevitable, and change will always take place. And to know a great man is someone that is open to change immediately. And I find this in him. And these are the things we need to learn. Let not be too rigid or too rigid on our things. Let's learn how to change when there is a need to change. Let's always bring down our ego to make a change in our life, even in our personal lives. Let's not talk about church now. Talk about your own personal life. How are you adapting to change? Once change is something that is inevitable in our life, how are we adapting to that? So this is the third thing. The fourth thing that I want us to learn from this video is open to criticism. Okay? Pastor Adeboye is someone who is very, very open to criticism. Alright? Criticism is something that no one wants to be involved with. Nobody wants to be criticized. No one. But at the same time, before you grow to a certain level, you must be open to criticism. If he is looking at criticism, he will not bring these things to us. If he is looking at what people will say or what people will not say, he will not come and correct things immediately. Okay? So, I want us to learn all these things. As we are looking at their lives, as we have looking at the level they have gotten, let's also learn from their life they have lived. Okay, if you are able to see the things they have not done right, okay, change it on your own life. Add it to the things they have done better, then we'll live better than them. So please, let's be very conscious of these 4 points. Let's not go into tithing and tithing and tithing. He said, don't pay tithe. This is not what he's saying. Let's learn from them how far they have gone. Things they have done wrong, let's correct it on our own life and add the ones they have done right. And as we do that, we will live a better life. It doesn't matter how we claim to be, but our time will still tell. Time will tell. I don't want this to be a very long video, and I believe that we have learned all these things. Please, you can share, you can comment, whatever you think that is not right, please share. We are open for a change. We are open for correction. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.